Hello, everybody. I got bored and decided I'd go see if there was anybody out there that wanted to chit chat with me. Oh, we got Donna in the house and Patty C. I'm trying to get my settings correct here. How's everybody doing this evening? Let me see if I can get over here and bring my chat box up. Dennis had sent me a message yesterday, said I should go live last night, but I was a little bit too wiped out last night to go live. So I decided I'd go live tonight. I can't see the chat. I'll bring it up here on this laptop screen so I can read it. And there's Jana Jacob. I thought today as I got ready. Oh, I'll have to wait till I get my chat box up over here so I can read it. There we go. Keep on. Forgot to turn the sound off again. I always forget something when I go live all of a sudden. See how my picture's showing up. How are you ladies doing this evening? You busy today doing stuff? It's not the best picture in the world, but it's cold tonight. It's been cold and rainy all day. Yeah, it's been that way here too, Patty C. Been rainy, cold. Lucky's in his little bedroom in the house, and little Buddy's curled up on the foot of my bed sleeping right now. Well, it'll all pass, Jana. You'll get through this. You'll definitely get through it all. I know my brother asked me when he lost his daughter, his youngest daughter, she was only like in her 20s, early 20s, if she was even 20 yet. She was going through nursing school. She died. He didn't know anything about it. Him and his wife were divorced, and she lived in South Carolina, him in North Carolina at the time. And she was the kind of person that she didn't even tell him that she got sick, didn't tell him that she was in the hospital, didn't tell him she died. We had to find out on Facebook. One of his friends posted on Facebook about her dying and the funeral and all this, and that's how we find. How would you like to find out your daughter died on Facebook, on a post on Facebook? I mean, that like killed him. And he asked me, he said, it hurts so bad. He said, and I told him it'll pass. He said, I don't know, it hurts so bad. I don't know how I can get through this. I said, believe you me, it'll get easier. It'll get better. The pain is still there. The heartache is still there. The feelings are still there. But in time, you're able to put it in its place and be able to categorize all of your stuff, your daily routine, her passing, everything you felt with that. You'll put it in its place and you'll go on with your life, and you're not going to hurt as bad. And finally today, he's not over it, but he gets through his days without breaking down, without being in just dire pain like he was in the beginning. And Jana, you'll do the same thing. You will, Jana. It's going to take time. Oh, Patty C made some chicken and dumplings. That's what I've been wanting, and I've been making everything but chicken and dumplings. I think the next time I make chicken, it's going to be chicken and dumplings because I've been craving some. Yeah, one day at a time, Jana. That's all you can do. I got bored, ladies, and I just said I had to come in here and go live and just see how many ladies or gentlemen are available and want to get in here and chat with me. Oh, I bet it was good. I got me some early Valentine's candy. I'm trying not to eat much of it, but hey, I love chocolate, and every bit of this candy is some form of chocolate. So I got a couple of pieces here I've been eating. Mm-hmm. He got that right. Chickens and dumplings is comfort food. I forgot mine. Just like my chicken casserole. To me, that's comfort food, but I like the chicken and dumplings more for comfort food. Well, I'm glad, Jana, you found my channel. Maybe me and all the rest of the subscribers that come into my live chats can help you. You're here. We're here for you. Yeah, if it hadn't been so cold, I'd have just stayed out there because I love listening to them. Those birds are like music. Yeah, I know. I said I'm not going to get a Valentine's from anybody, so I bought me a little bit of candy today. I bought the trivia prize for tomorrow night, too. Not going to tell you what it is. Well, that's enough of that. I'm not saying, Patty. I'll show you the box. It's in the box. I'm not going to show you what's in it. I hope Dennis gets a notification that I went live because he sent me a message last night telling me, y'all want to go live tonight. You got a bunch of good people that come in to chat that would love to talk some more. I said maybe, but I just didn't feel up to it last night. But I was getting bored tonight, and I said, I'm going to go on live and see how many people show up. Now I got chocolate all in my teeth. It's 34 degrees right now. That wind is howling. And I had some stuff that I wanted to do in the garden today, and I didn't get to do it because it was raining off and on. And that wind blowing, it kept. I fixed up 4 more totes to put compost and stuff in to get ready to plant my squash and zucchini. I'm in tomorrow for sure. You want to see what's in the box, huh? But I fixed 4 more totes with the spout, the drain spout at the bottom. And I want to start putting food scraps and one thing another in them. So they'll be broken down for the next couple of weeks. So in time to plant my zucchini and squash and maybe my patty pans and, the different types of squash. Because every time I put them in the native soil, the leaves and all of this other stuff, those squash worms, or what do they call those things that get in, vine borers, they get into the vine itself and kill the plant. I would have had tons of zucchini, squash, patty pans, and winter squash last year if those things had not gotten in my plants. And I heard or found out that if you use potting mix, don't use anything from the ground in your pot to plant your zucchini. You have more of a chance of growing your plant and it producing zucchini and squash without those those vine borers getting in there. So I'm going to try it this year and see if it works. Now, I planted them one year in the ground, and I swear to you, I had zucchini that long, that big around, and it was just as tender as it could be. But I used a pesticide on when I planted everything. And whatever vine borers or anything that were hibernating or was in the ground, it killed all those bugs or worms or whatever was there for the whole season. My plants thrived, but they pulled it off the market. You can't buy it anymore. And I've tried several different other ones that were similar, and they don't work. Not for the squash, not for the vine borers. So I'm going to try this and see if it'll work this year. And if it works this year, then I'll know from now on that's how I'm going to plant my zucchini and squash. And then I'll probably net them over the top when the plants come up to keep anything from getting in there. But they say, like anything from the above the ground, like my tree collards when they're growing, I can break off leaves and put in the pot for compost or to make soil. But you don't want to get anything off the ground. You don't want to rake up leaves off the ground, get any dirt off the ground. You want it all to be above ground compost and potting mix or topsoil that you bought in bags, because usually that doesn't have bugs in it. Nice surprise. Well, like I said, I just felt like going live. The fur babies are sleeping and I got bored. My heaters have been running nonstop. I checked my propane tank and it's down on 40%. So that means it's going to cost a good penny to fill that tank up. I'm not ready to fill it up yet. The company hasn't sent out those discount cards yet. They need to go ahead and send it out. A nurse I see from time to time just said something about having a Rose of Sharon. She has one, gave her. She says they're beautiful, but look like a stick. Yeah, I've got a Rose of Sharon in front of the green shed out back. And you see it in a lot of the videos because it had a volunteer okra plant come up in it and was producing okra. But in the little pot that I put in the top of that bigger pot, it has a Rose of Sharon in it. And I know it's going to come back this summer. I mean, this spring. As soon as the weather warms up, it's going to start growing. And there's a couple of nights it's supposed to get down to 26. But we'll get like off and on nights, like it'll be in the like 35, 36, 37, 40 one night, and then it'll be 26 the next night. So we got a few more cool nights and cool days before the end of this winter. And one day it's supposed to rain, and it's supposed to be like a high of 37 or 40 for the daytime high, and it's supposed to get down to 26 that night. Well, if it's 26 degrees and it rains, we're going to get snow. And that might be the snow they were predicting. I don't know. Because they said February was going to go out with a snow, like a rain and snow by the end of the month. And there's Marcy. Hello, California girl. How are you doing this evening? Yeah, I've left it right there because it was living good. And I may just break away the small pot and leave it in the big pot. Because I'm afraid if I take it out and put it in the ground, it's going to die. And it looked like my banana tree was trying to sprout back up out of the ground. So maybe I haven't lost them. The tops will die down. But then when the weather starts warming up, the plants will grow back from the root. And I've kept them surrounded with that like half barrel. And I've kept leaves and stuff around it real good. So I'm hoping my roots will survive and it'll produce me 2 really pretty banana trees this summer. Oh, Donna, you got snow today. I'm doing fine, Marcy. No, I'm not. I gave you a peek at the box. That's the price for tomorrow night. But I'm not going to tell you what's in the box. You're going to have to show up tomorrow night to find out. I should not even show you the box. It could be anything in that box. Hey, Dennis, I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. Because I kept telling the ladies a little earlier, I hope Dennis gets a notification so he comes in to chat, because you'd mentioned me going live last night and I didn't get around to doing it. I was too wore out. But I didn't get to do anything outside today. I mean, it was too cold, too rainy. The wind's been blowing like crazy. It's 33 degrees right now. And I hope Wilson will show up. He probably will sometime tonight. Yeah, I got bored and it's cold. I'm sitting real close to the fireplace over here. I got my bedroom slippers on to keep my feet warm. I keep my bedroom slippers on all day long if I'm going to stay in the house. I don't put my other shoes on till I go outside. Like I did have to go out to the, where was it I went? Oh, I had to go pick up my prescription at Walgreens. So I put on some shoes then and I went, my clogs. Because I knew I wasn't going to get out of the car, so I put those clogs on because they're like twice as big as my feet are. But they're comfortable. What color is it? I'm not telling you. It could be any color. Oh, no, Dan. Well, see, that happens. And that's why I hate going in the stores to do videos of shopping. I mean, I can always make the video work because I can mute out the soundtrack and I can narrate over it. And that's what I do with all of my soundtracks where I go shopping and do price comparisons. Like when I went to the garden center, there was one section in that video when I went to the garden center where there was some music playing. So I just muted out that one section and narrated over it, and I hope nobody noticed. You probably didn't. Well, that's why I don't go singing on my channel very much either, because they won't monetize my video if I'm singing in it. Especially with the music background, like with the karaoke. Now, if I was to break out and start singing now, just myself, my voice, and nobody's soundtrack playing behind me, they wouldn't touch my video. They'd monetize it. But music, I mean, you don't sound very good singing when you don't have music. Is that a fine? No, they don't fine you. They just won't monetize your channel. I mean, your video. That means you're not going to make any money off that video unless you mute out the soundtrack and then narrate over it. Yeah, that's why I refrain from playing music on my channel. Because I love music. I'd be playing music, singing music all the time, but they're not going to monetize my video if I do that. Now, they claim there's some music through YouTube that you can get and play on your videos, and they'll monetize it because it's not copyrighted. But I went on there and I picked out several different songs and I put them on my videos before, and they said that they would not be copyrighted. I put them on mine and they would not monetize my video with the music playing. So I said, well, what's going on? How do these other people get music playing on their videos and they're monetized, you know, so they can make money off their video? Because I haven't found any through YouTube yet. And there are sites that you can go to pay as a member, and you're supposed to be able to use their music on your videos, and they're not copyrighted, so you can still get monetized with your video. I have not found them yet, and I'm not going to join a website, you know, for a membership and then not be able to use the music, you know, put it on my video, and then YouTube tell me that they're not going to monetize my video. Hey there, Jay. How you doing? You still got the views, yeah? Well, yeah, you'll get the views, but you're not going to get paid for ads on your video. That's the only thing. And, you know, with YouTube, it's not only the views, it's the ads that's placed on your videos. The views on those ads is what pays your paycheck on YouTube. Well, good, Jay. Glad to hear you're doing right. Great. It's cold and rainy and the wind's blowing like crazy today. It's been blowing all day long. I stacked up the 4 totes out there after I got finished with them with the lids on them. And every once in a while I've had to go out there and pick them up because the wind's blown them over. So finally I just put them out one high all over the back patio, and I said, well, maybe the wind won't blow them anywhere. Yeah, Dennis has got a channel. It's DS and Grandkids. So you can look it up, Gladys, DS and Grandkids, just like the way his name appears in chat. They're sleeping right now, Jay. Lucky's in his little bedroom, and little buddy is on the foot of my bed sleeping. It's cold, windy, and nasty wet outside. They don't want to go outside. Every time I've opened the door to let Lucky go out, he'd stick his head out, he'd think about it a little bit, and then he'd draw back in the door. He didn't want to go outside. And there's Country Cutie. Hey, Country Cutie. How's Country Cutie doing this evening? But I was telling everybody, I just will show everybody because the ones that first came in saw it. This is the trivia prize for tomorrow night. But I'm not going to tell you what's in the box. Not until tomorrow. That'll get your curiosity up, wanting to know what's in the box. Yeah, I had so much I wanted to get done in the garden today and just didn't get it done, y'all. But I did order me a pair of garden gloves from Amazon. They're supposed to be delivered tomorrow, so if it's nice enough I can get out there and do anything, at least I'll have me some new gloves to wear. My old leather gloves had holes in the fingers, so they didn't keep my fingers from getting all dirty. Anybody planned anything special for Valentine's Day tomorrow other than coming to my live tomorrow night? Supposed to be 17 degrees. Ooh, that is cold. It's 33 degrees here right now, and it's 7:46 p.m. And there's TTT Mal. Howdy. Howdy, y'all, aka TTT Sharon. Okay. Just my live tomorrow. Well, we expect you there, Jay. Maybe you'll win the box. Yeah, I haven't made any plans other than working in my garden if it's nice enough and having my live tomorrow night. But that's the way Texas is. It's 90 degrees one day and it'll be 33 as for high the next day for a couple of days, and then it'll be 90 degrees again. You don't know what to wear. You definitely can't switch out and put any clothes away. You know, like some people in some areas, in the summertime, they pack winter clothes away. And then in the wintertime, they pack all the summer clothes away. Well, in Texas, you don't do that. I used to have one closet of summer clothes and one closet of winter clothes, and they were there all the time. So if it was warm weather one day, I went to the summer closet. If it was cold, I went to the winter closet. I never packed anything away because you'd be digging it out. Yeah, Patty, see, that's what I'm talking about. 80 degrees one day and then 33. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, MTT Mall. Been sick for a while. What did you have, COVID or the flu, or what was wrong? And there's Paula Hensley. Hello. How is Paula doing? Yeah, but that box is the prize for trivia. You got to play trivia and you got to win the prize, to win the box. Patty, see me too. My son has not moved into our cottage yet with me. Well, I'm glad you got in the cottage, and I'm hoping you're going to have you a nice little garden this summer, and your son will be able to help you. Flu A is big here in where you're at. I haven't heard about the flu A. Or is it just flu? Flu is big here. I know they always have new strains of flu and everything that comes out every year. Do you watch Ryan Hall? Y'all, they are good. I need a man that sleeps standing up and doesn't talk or eat. What happened to your wooden Indian, Gladys? Gladys, I can sleep hanging on a nail. Pancreatic failure. Oh my gosh. That's serious. Flu A is rampant here. There is a flu A and a flu B every season. Wow, I didn't realize that. It's just flu to me. I know there's different strains of the flu that come around each year. That's the reason they said they come out with another vaccine for COVID, because there was a new strain of the COVID that the original shots didn't help that much or something. I don't know. But I've had so many COVID shots, I don't think they've made one yet that I haven't had. Country Cootie said, Dennis watching Corey jerking now live. Just like Tennessee Ernie Ford, but I can't be quiet. Well, the way the wind's blowing out there, I'm so glad it was rainy and everything is wet, so it's not stirring up dust. Because I'd be sick from the dust the way that wind's been howling all day long. Even all the dirt that was pushed up on that lot and dumped off on it, it's all soaked and wet, so it's not blowing up in the air to make me sick. Watching Corey. I don't know who Corey Jerkin is. Tennessee is stormy. Oh no, now you're a diabetic. That really sucks. When you have to watch what you eat and can't eat everything that you want. Oh, Storm Chaser. I've seen the Storm Chaser shows before, but I didn't remember the guy's name that does it. I will when I'm out there working. I wouldn't have needed it today because it's been wet and rainy off and on, so there's no dust in the air. Well, thank you, Paula. I love doing my cooking videos. Some of my recipes get kind of off the wall sometimes, but usually they turn out good. Because I don't think there's a recipe that I cook that I don't change the ingredients in. I mean, I'll read a recipe and I say, well, it needs this added. So I add it. And it usually turns out good. Oh goodness, it's snowing, raining, and ice cold. Wow. Well, that's the way it's liable to be here in a few days. Because if it's down to 26 that night and it's going to get rainy, it's got to snow. It can't rain at 26 degrees. I've had a few failures in my life, Gladys. They didn't all turn out hunky-dory, but most of them did. I've got 14 likes so far and 32 people watching. That's what shows up on the camera. Oh, man. I was sit here and start yawning. I wasn't yawning until I went live. Oh, goodness. If you have ice, you lose power real easy, Patty. It's 15 to now where chill is. Well, you got the appropriate name, chill. 15 degrees, yeah, you're chilling out. And Dennis's phone is wigging out. Yeah, well, I hope if it snows and there's any icy rain, it happens overnight and the next day it's gone. I mean, I won't have to get out in it, but I know there's a lot of people that have to get to work. And it's not fun having to go anywhere in the snow and ice on the roads. 17 by 8 a.m. here in northwest Arkansas. That's pretty chilly. No 15 likes. It's like minus 15 here. It shows 18 likes now. Number 16 and 17. I don't know what that is. I've got a limb that's brushing the patio cover out there somewhere, and every once in a while it goes. It's gonna drive me crazy till I can get out there and cut it down, find out which one it is. I thought I had all of them cut down that scrubbed on the roof when the wind blew. If 32 degrees is 0 for us here, what is 17? Is that 17 degrees Celsius? I can look it up. If I can ever type in the right passcode here. Well, I thought it would give me a... It would be about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. If 32 is 0 for us, I don't know, is that 17 degrees Celsius? Is that minus 17, plus 17? I hear your limp. Yeah, you hear it scratching out there? It's not a mink coat, it's a hoodie. It's the hoodie my son and daughter-in-law gave me for Christmas. They gave my granddaughter one just like it. It's real fuzzy and soft, and it's warm. Looks like almost like some of those bathrobes, but it's just a hoodie. But I looked up, like 16 degrees Celsius is 61 degrees Fahrenheit, our temperature. And there's Tamara Douglas in the house. I mean, I don't know if 32 degrees is 0 for us here, what is 17 like? I don't know. But if it's 17 degrees Celsius, that is 61 degrees or 60 degrees, 63 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty warm. It's raining in Linden, Tennessee. Minus, okay, let me see. Minus 15 equals Fahrenheit.
Temu hot pick. Look sharp now. Score this baseball cap for a 0.
I'm trying to look up the chart. Minus 15 Well, it doesn't show the whole chart. God blast it. Got to see the whole chart. It says it's a conversion chart. And it looks like, though, minus 15 looks like it might be 5 degrees Fahrenheit. But I don't know, because it doesn't show the very top of the chart. If they quit playing with it. I don't think that's right. I don't think I'm reading that chart right. See what comes up this time. Maybe it'll show. Well, it shows that chart again, but it doesn't show the very top of it to where you can see what each column means. Most of it doesn't bring up the negative numbers in Celsius. This is crazy. It says Fahrenheit minus 32 times divided by 1 point. Why do they have to get it complicated? I just want a chart. I just want a chart that shows me what it is. I don't want to get smart with it and try to figure it all up. Maybe this one will show. No, I did not cook that opossum. I took him for a ride down the highway and put him out. I took a picture of him to show my granddaughter. Well, I can't bring anything up here that I need to look at. Let me see if I can bring it up on my laptop on my other. Negative, let's see. Negative 15 equals, and that's not the equal sign, equals I misspelled Fahrenheit. It said it doesn't come up to any words. I'll just put in F. F equals 15. I don't want to solve that. It says minus 15 equals Fahrenheit. Solve the equation. I don't want to solve it. I want you to tell me what it is. Why doesn't it just want to tell me? Okay, minus 15. It has 14, jumps up to 16, and then 18. But that still don't tell me nothing. This is frustrating, y'all. I don't want to get into algebra where y equals 33 or y equals 57. I just want them to tell me what it is, how to solve. I don't want to solve lunar equations. If it had been years ago, I wouldn't have thought anything of just figuring it up, but okay, no wonder I left the H out of Fahrenheit. Oh, it equals 5 degrees Fahrenheit. I finally got it to give me the answer, y'all. It finally gave me the answer. Let me get back on my chat box so I can see what everybody's saying. It says here 5 degrees minus 15 degrees Celsius equals 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty cold. If it's minus 15 where you're at Celsius, it's 5 degrees. It would be 5 degrees here. They asked what was minus 15 Celsius in Fahrenheit. And minus 15 degrees Celsius equals 5 degrees Fahrenheit, our way of measuring. Ding, ding, yep. After all that, I finally got Dennis says I'm confused now. When you roast a piece of meat at 350 degrees or 175 degrees. We're telling you, LOS 5. Now you tell me. Just been told it's your bedtime, TTT Mall. Well, have a good night. Glad you could stop by. And Chill's getting ready for trivia night. It was funny because the explanation mark and all of that stuff, you know, that comes up in your alphabet and your writing out sentences and stuff. Over the years, not having to use them, I forget what they're called, like semicolon, colon, that type of thing. Because when you don't use them anymore, it's been years since I've even used a lot of the signs in spelling. I forget what they're called. I forget it by the time this is over. What am I cooking tomorrow? I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea what I'm cooking tomorrow. Let me see what the high is going to be tomorrow. I can get this thing to work properly. Oh, this thing has got a mind of its own. You use M Joys now? Yeah, I got in the wrong search bar, so now it's telling me to use Google. It's going to be 24 tonight. It's going to get down to 24. Chance of rain is 36% overnight. So you know if it rains tonight, what's going to happen? It can't do anything but snow if it rains at 24 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be 41 for a high. Couple of degrees cooler tomorrow than today, and 33 tomorrow night. Chance of rain 33%. And then the temperature goes up to 52 for a high Friday, low of 46. And then the next two nights is right back the way it was. 68 for a high, 24 at night. Then Sunday, 45 degrees for a high, and 25 Sunday night. And here, Tuesday next week, it'll be 65 during the day. It's supposed to get down to 26 Tuesday night, and it's going to rain. So you know, if it rains, it's going to snow. It can't do anything but snow, y'all. And then Wednesday, it's going to be a high of 42 with a low of 23 Wednesday night. So we still got some pretty chilly days and nights up here before the end of this month. I think my chat's frozen. Chance of rain, we have 20 to 25 Forecast for tonight, tomorrow, we're going to be on the white stuff. Yep. You better be careful. And there's Too Tall Rob. Hey there. How's it going? It got pretty chilly, wet, and windy. They say we may get snow before the end of the month. I don't know. This is the 13th, no, 12th. But they said, you know, coming next week, if it does rain, according to the temperatures, it can't do anything but snow. Because if it rains and it's 26 degrees, the night that it's going to get down to 26 degrees and rain, it's going to snow. It can't do anything but snow. All right, Gladys, you have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. We'll see you tomorrow night. But that wind has been something terrible all day today. Everything in my yard's been blowing around. The cats don't want to stay outside in the wind and the rain and the cold. Yeah, freezing rain, 26 and raining. Well, they've already predicted chance of snow because they said rain, chance of snow, 26 degrees. So I'm thinking, you know, I may wake up the next morning and see white on the ground. And there's Edith. Hey, Edith, how are you doing? I got bored again, and I thought I'd just see how many people could jump in my live with me and keep me company. Good, Edith. Good to hear you're doing okay. Too Tall Rob said he's got an electric blanket. Electric blanket between the mattress and the box springs was an excellent idea. I'm glad I thought of it. Mine is on top of my bed. It's on top of me. I mean, I've got the sheet. I've got a quilt. No, I've got the sheet. I got my electric blanket, and then I got a quilt on top of that to hold the heat in. Usually I get too hot with it on. I have to turn it on, warm the bed up, and then I just turn the blanket off. Makes Dennis glad to be a Florida native where it doesn't get that cold. The hibernation of the raccoons has went into effect pretty much. I think I'm going to do the same tonight. That's probably why I hadn't been seeing them when I went to your videos, your lives. I saw the cats, but I didn't see any raccoons. Maybe I didn't stay on there long enough. Your live stream is different. Yeah, I've got it horizontal for a change. It's been going vertical with me. I don't know which way y'all like it the best, whether it's horizontal like it is now or vertical. Or does it even matter? Oh, really? You like it more vertical? Okay. Well, I think the one for tomorrow night is vertical. I don't think it was set for horizontal. And usually every one that I've scheduled, it automatically goes vertical on me no matter how I set it. I've been taking some time off from live streaming since hibernation went into effect. Yeah, your critters are protesting. They refuse to perform in the colding days. They want to go where it's warm and stay there, and you can't blame them. I prefer this way. Do you see a difference in views? Well, I think I get probably more views with it vertical because a lot of people watch stuff on their cell phones. And when it goes vertical, it takes up their whole screen. And it somehow gets to more people if it's vertical than it does if it's horizontal. I don't really know. I'll see how many lives, I mean, how many views I get on this one, and it's horizontal. Let's take a vote. Yeah, some people, like Patty says, it doesn't matter. I guess it just depends on what you're going to watch it on. If you're going to watch it on TV, most people do like it horizontal instead of having that little bitty picture in the middle of the screen, you know. You think the vertical sucks, doesn't it? Too tall, Rob. A lot of people told me they didn't like the vertical. I guess kind of if it's on your cell phone, if you're watching it and reading the chat, it really doesn't matter whether it's vertical or horizontal. It's going to come up back almost the same way. But no, if you turn your screen horizontal, you'll end up with a little picture in the middle of the screen usually. I don't know. It's you get more views vertical because people scroll like in TikTok to find you. That is, oh really? Huh, I didn't know that. That's one reason YouTube was trying to encourage channel owners, the people that produce videos, to go vertical. They were practically forcing me to go vertical in the beginning. And I was getting tons more views. But if they don't stay, if they click on my video and start watching it, if they don't stay on there at least 30 seconds, it doesn't count. And some of them may click on it and get in there and it show up as a view, and then they might back out before even the 30 seconds is up. It shows up as a view, but you don't get anything for it. So you do get a lot more views, but you're not going to get paid on them. I'm on a cell and it's not the same way. Chatting is the way, so much easier, but I still have nothing good to say. Don't matter. So I don't know, I don't remember which way you said you liked it, Chill, horizontal or vertical. Yeah, and in the beginning they wanted you to make a longer video so the advertisers could put more ads on it. And then you were making more money. And now it seemed like most people want shorter videos and you don't make as much off of them, I don't think. You like this way, horizontal. Well, I always went horizontal with my videos, my lives, until YouTube made a lot of changes to the settings. And then it didn't matter how I said it, it automatically went vertical when I went live. Because I'd have my camera turned horizontal, because that's the way I had set it. But when the picture come through and the live actually broadcast live, the thing would tell me to rotate my camera because I was turned the wrong way. And I'd have to go vertical or it was showing me sideways. All right, Too Tall Rob, you stay warm, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe. Compromise and go upside down. Yeah, that's what we ought to do. Make them go like, wah! Just watch the video, Because it wouldn't matter which way you turn it, it's still going to be upside down if that's the way you videoed it. The other day you had 96 likes. Oh, really? I didn't see that. And see, I've got 28 people watching right now. I don't remember how many I had the other night when I went live. It was quite a few. And there's Krista. I miss seeing you come in, Krista. How's Krista doing this evening? It dropped to 32 degrees, y'all. It's getting colder. I'm watching on a 6-foot screen, hard to move. Yeah. I'm life size on your screen, aren't I? That reminds me of some friends of mine, an older couple. When the big screens first come out, oh, they were just dying. They had to get them a big screen. And Patsy asked her husband, Jesse, what do you need a great big screen like that? It'll take up the whole wall, and we only got like 10 foot from where the screen will be in the couch. We'll be right on top of it. He laughed and he said, yeah, I know. I can see Dolly Parton better. She'll be life size. That tickled me to death. He says, I'll get to see Dolly Parton life size. I forget to watch YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. I'm hardly ever on regular TV. I turn on my TV, I go straight to YouTube, and I'm either watching somebody's video or I'm watching a movie. But it's not very often I get to do that. Because usually I'm on my laptop sitting here at the table editing a video or doing something, as far as my YouTube channel's concerned. I hardly ever have time when I can sit down to actually get over there and put my feet up and watch a movie. The old ones were heavier than a piano. But you'd have to know, Jesse, how funny that was when he said, yeah, I get to see Dolly Parton life size. Boobs and all. Yeah, I do too. Mine is a smart TV. It's one of the older ones, but it's a smart TV. So I can download any channel out there that's going to watch. And I've got YouTube downloaded on mine. So that's my go-to channel. I watch movies on YouTube. I find really good movies on YouTube. I've just got a 32-inch TV. And it's pretty old. I don't remember. I've already upgraded my phone because the year I got that TV, I bought my first Android phone at the Black Friday sale. And that's when I got my TV. And I've already upgraded my phone since then. But I still got the TV. And it works okay, so. And it's in an entertainment center, so I don't know that I'd go any bigger than that. I'd have to get rid of the entertainment center to get a bigger TV. Because it sits inside it, and then there's a shelf over it, and then the sides come down it. And then I got like a bookcase over here on the end of it. So it's built in, basically. And it's me, Ann. Hello, Ann. How are you doing? That's funny, Chill. I love YouTube now. I don't have to climb a 30-foot pole and adjust the antenna. I remember those days. I still used a big antenna up on a real tall aluminum pole on the side of this house when we first moved here. But thank God we didn't have to turn the antenna. We're way up on the highest hill around here anywhere, and we got great reception. I mean, people thought I already had cable TV because my picture was so clear, and I could get over 30-some channels, and it was just regular TV, y'all. And people down below me at the bottom of the hill, they said their reception was really bad because the mountain blocked the reception of their TV. And I'm up here on the high part, and I got all the reception. But I got rid of my antenna because my son drove me crazy wanting MTV when he was like 14 years old. I gave in and got MTV, and I paid to have it as long as he lived at home. When he moved out, I finally downgraded my cable and just got basic cable, and I did away with HBO, Showtime, MTV, all that other stuff. But I think now it's in the regular package with your basic cable, I think, the MTV. I'm not sure. I don't ever watch it, so I don't really know. You doing okay? Yeah, ours was up on a great big tall pole right on the side of the house. One of those great big antennas, you know. And you never had to turn it any. It was fine just the way it was. And you picked up every station around here, anywhere that was broadcasting. I don't remember that, Dennis. I don't ever remember vertical controls knobs being on the back of a TV. Well, when I first got MTV or got cable television, our cable cost us $9.99 a month. We'd signed a petition and stayed on a waiting list for about 3 years before they ran enough cable to give us cable. And it was $9.95. But my son threw a fit. He just had to have MTV. And that was extra. You had to pay for that channel. So I gave in and got it. And I kept it the whole time he lived at home. But like I said, once he moved out, I downgraded. I got rid of Showtime, HBO, and MTV. Yeah, I remember there was a lot of adjusting the settings on the old televisions to get your picture in good. I don't remember any of what knobs were on the back of it, though. My dad always did the adjusting of it. Fine tuning, yeah. We come a long way since black and white TV. You watch MTV just to see Madonna? That's kind of like Jesse was over Dolly Parton. He wanted that big screen TV so he could see Dolly Parton. And you know what he was looking at. What everybody looks at when they see Dolly. Yeah, really chill. Almost needed an engineer's license to use a TV. Plastic. You didn't need to fine-tune Dolly. You could see her clear. Oh, me. Oh, me. I'm yawning. I don't remember the TV repairman, but I remember when we first got our black and white TV when I was just a little girl. But that was the best thing in the world. You got to see Popeye the Sailor Man and Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and all of them. We didn't care if it was black and white. You got to see those cartoons on TV. Now, I remember washing machine repairmans, refrigerator repairmans, but I don't remember the TV repairman. Maybe we just never had one outdoors. I don't know. Oh, you got your seeds, Ann? Well, good. I was wondering if MT got his cowboy candy today, because I mailed all of it at the same time. But I haven't seen Life with Pippentine or MTV in tonight's chat. So I don't know if he got it or not yet. And I don't know if they would go on live and show that they got it or not. I see Dennis has got his looks like bean soup or something in a pot video out. But I haven't seen Life with Pippentine, so I don't know. I don't know if they got theirs or not yet. No, I don't remember them. But I remember the vacuum cleaner men that used to come around trying to sell you vacuum cleaners. You might have come from a milkman. There's Wilson. Hey, Wilson. Here's the prize for trivia tomorrow. This little red box, but I'm not going to tell you what's in it. You'll have to be at trivia tomorrow night to know. Dennis, I was so ugly my mother breastfed me with a straw. Your career with Electrolux home sales, it was a great career, lasted 1 week. Oh, y'all are too funny. I can vision that. I mean, she only liked you as a friend. Dennis, you're crazy. I'm not telling you what's in the box till tomorrow night. Trying to place an order on your husband's. Let me check out my Poshmark site. Looks like Tamara was having some problems with it. Well, I can't do it right this minute. Let me see, Tamara. Let me go over to my Poshmark. See if I can get into my site. See if I can check out the settings and see what's going on. No, wait a minute. Let's see. Get into my closet. One of the settings may be off. Oh, it's got a size in there. Huh. I don't know how that got in there. There shouldn't be a size. Let's see if I can edit it. Huh. One size just means that there's one item. Well, that's what comes up on mine. It means one size. Let's see if I can get into customizing it. I changed that one to 1. Maybe that'll help. Maybe I can go in and change all of them. I can't really see the chat right now, y'all. I'm trying to fix some listings I put on Poshmark for my cowboy candy and stuff because Tamara was trying to order. Well, it didn't change it on there. Is it telling you to enter a size? I put in 1 available, but it didn't change it on the front of the page. Yeah, Tamara wanted to order some cowboy candy and jelly and stuff. And the shipping is so expensive, I told her she'd get it cheaper to let me post it on Poshmark and order it off of there. I send it out, but Poshmark will send me a shipping label where the postage is already paid, and she gets free shipping. So she'll get it cheaper this way. And I only put 1 of each item in. I may have to go back in and completely change it all. I don't know. I tried, but it's not letting me change. But it just says, when when you try to change it, it always puts up the one size. And that there's only one size showing, so I don't know what else to tell you. I don't have time to mess with it a lot right now. I can go back in there later and relist it or something. You want to order 2 of each of a few items? Well, I wasn't sure how many of what anybody would want to order, so I only listed 1 of each right now. If you'll tell me which ones you want to order more than 1 of, I'll try to change the quantity available on it as soon as my live is over. Get something to write on here. I've got a stack of papers right here and they're driving me crazy. Okay, just email it to me. Because I don't have time to get in there and try to change it all right this minute. And I've got a couple of jars of chow chow, but you mentioned pepper jelly and stuff, so that's all. Or I put the pepper items on there, like the pepper jelly, pepper jam, cowboy candy relish. Those items are on there. And I was surprised I didn't have very big jars of the cowboy candy. Usually I have a lot of the pint-sized jars of it. I had a lot of half pints this time. I think I gave some of them out, the pint sizes, for Christmas presents. Yeah, but you can see that's a lot cheaper way to ship it out than it would be to me to ship it personally, because they charge me outrageous amounts for shipping, where Poshmark is a business and they get the business rates for like bulk shipping and stuff. So if anybody wants to order of any of that stuff, if you go to Poshmark at Linda Hauser 2, there's 4 items of the pepper cowboy candy relish, pepper jelly, and that stuff on there, and it's free shipping, so you get it a lot cheaper. That's one reason a couple of the items are a little bit higher than I would sell them from here, myself, because of the shipping, but you still get it a lot cheaper. Poshmark, it's Poshmark is in kite. Poshmark at Linda Hauser 2, the number 2, and that should take you to my Poshmark on my page, and just click on Linda's Closet, and that'll show you every item that I've got available so far on there. Because I know Wilson was wanting cowboy candy and other stuff, and that's the cheapest way he can get it, is go there and order a jar off of the site, because it's free shipping. You still get it from me, and I'll have to take it to the post office and send it, but it goes through Poshmark, so they send me the shipping label for it. You have to look at the website, Wilson. I don't remember the prices of all of it that I put on there. I didn't write them down. But they're half pints and quarter pints, I think. I don't think I've got any whole pints listed. I've got 1 or 2 whole pints, though, but I don't think I put them on there. And I've got cowboy candy marinade too, but I don't have that on the site. If any of you marinate your brisket, beef briskets and stuff in a marinade, that's what these Texans love to do, is take the cowboy candy marinade. That's the vinegar and the sugar and all the spices that was left from making the cowboy candy. And they soak their meat overnight before they put it on the smoker to cook it. Charge Wilson extra. Yeah, I'll go back in and see if I can put more than one quantity of each one. So if anybody else wants to order what Tamara doesn't order, there'll be something there. I've got a limited quantity of it. I don't have very much left of some of the stuff. I gave a lot away as Christmas presents to my son, his stepdaughter. Yeah, I put it on there this evening in a hurry before I went live, so I may not have got all the settings correct. And the hot pepper jelly is really not that hot. I mean, it's a little warm, but it's not so hot you can't eat it. Put it that way. And some of the little jars of the jam and the pepper jelly are not hot at all. But those half pints that you really see a lot of seeds in, they're the ones that are a little bit warm. But it's good jelly. Hotter the better. I know that's what some people say, but if it's too awfully hot, I can't eat it. Or I can eat it, but I eat just a very little bit of it. I use it as spices in my beans and my meats and different recipes that I cook to kind of tame it down a little bit. I will use some as gifts. And the difference in my cowboy candy and most of it you buy online is usually what you buy online is just completely strictly just jalapeno peppers. Mine is a mixture of every hot pepper that I grew. There's habaneros, there's ghost peppers, the red ones, there's all kind of peppers in there that are hot, not just jalapenos. Datil, I've never heard of that pepper. But I've got habaneros, I've got poblano peppers, jalapeno peppers, chili peppers. Oh, I can't even think of the names of a lot of them. But every pepper in there was supposed to be a hot pepper, and some of them are different colors. There was yellow ones, red ones, orange ones, green. Good, that's what I want, hotter the better. I know I said that's the reason I called it Christmas cowboy candy, because of the colors. It was red, green, yellow, and orange. I think I even threw in a yellow bell pepper just for the color. But it's the majority of it is hot peppers. Looks too good to open. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'll have to go on there after this live and increase the quantities, because I wasn't sure how much to put, how many to put on there. You're going to win Thursday night? You want this box bad, don't you? You really want to see what's in this box. But it's Valentine's, y'all. That's what the trivia is all about tomorrow night. It's Valentine's Day. Well, thank you, Tamara. I'm glad you enjoyed that chicken casserole. It was good. I've been eating it at least once a day, every day since I made it. I've eaten it for lunch or for dinner. Today I ate a big bowl of it for lunch, and then I ate a sausage dog for dinner because I didn't want much. And I ate my sausage and milk gravy and biscuits for breakfast. I'm going to be gaining weight like crazy if I keep eating like this, but what am I going to do with all this food when I cook it? I got to eat it. What I can't possibly eat goes in the compost bin. Wilson said my girlfriend will help me on Thursday night. I know what it was. I ran out of pint jars. And I had a bunch of the quarter pints and the half pints, and I used them up. But I still had some pint jars of the jelly, the jam. In fact, I know I've got pint jars of jam. I probably ought to list that on the site too as well. You buy stovetop by the case. Love it. Oh, wow. I don't buy it by the case. I just buy a box or two at a time every once in a while when I feel like I want to have some dressing, stuffing mix. Because I don't like to stuff my bird. A lot of people do stuff their bird with the dressing or stuffing. I've never liked to stuff my bird. Because I don't like the sage in the dressing. And when you stuff your bird with it, it gets that sage taste on your turkey or your chicken if you stuff it. And I don't like it that way. I don't like the sage taste. Wilson saw my video today of the chicken casserole. It's good, Wilson. It really is. And I don't use the vegetable mix that they call for them, that original recipe that I got. I used a stir-fry mix, and it was, I think, even better with that than it would be the other one, just broccoli and cauliflower with carrots. Well, my mom made good dressing, and she always stuffed the turkey, but she used sage in her dressing, and I ate the dressing, I liked it, but I didn't like if I got a piece of the turkey and it tasted like sage. That kind of turned me off eating turkey. So I tried my best not to get a piece that was next to the stuffing mix inside. It's me, Ann says, I don't like stovetop. We make homemade dressing. Well, I like the stovetop. It's pretty good. Now, there's been times when I've stuffed a whole chicken and I've made my own dressing. But I go real light on the sage because I don't like it. You saw me dropping my veggies? Yeah, but I picked them up, I put them in a bowl, I put them on the counter, and they went in the compost bucket later. I did not pick them up and put them back in my casserole. I don't buy Pepperidge Farms. I think it's was it the Great Value mix? I don't know. I don't remember which one it was. And I don't think I've got it in the house anymore, the empty box. Yeah, I don't use Pepperidge Farm. I use the stovetop. I use this one. Because I bought a box of the turkey and a box of the chicken. Well, this is the cornbread. This is my favorite one. And I think I used the turkey dressing in my chicken casserole, which I love. But this is my favorite one because it's the cornbread stuffing mix. And I could have used this one in my chicken casserole, but I didn't. I grabbed the other one, the turkey one. Yeah, and I don't taste any sage in this stovetop dressing. Let me see if it's even listed. I don't think it is because I don't taste any in it. It's got a lot of stuff in it, but I don't see sage yet. Let me see. Turmeric, cooked chicken. It's got rosemary. It's got a lot of stuff, but it does not have sage listed in that. That's probably why I like it so much, because I don't taste sage in it. And I don't like the taste of sage. That's why I don't grow it. Yeah, I had a small bag, a 20-ounce bag of stir fry. It had carrots, watercress, cauliflower, broccoli, bell peppers. But it was good. I mean, that combination in that casserole was really good. I love it. I don't mind eating it every day. And it didn't even call for, you know what, didn't even have to use that much, maybe half of those. I put the whole bag in there, the whole 20-ounce bag. What's the only one you don't like, Dennis? Petridge Farm gives you heartburn. That's the only one I don't like. Well, maybe it's something that's in the Petridge Farms. I don't think I've ever used Petridge Farms, so I don't know. But this stovetop doesn't bother me. Doesn't give me heartburn or anything. So try stovetop, Dennis. You'll probably like it. I love it. That's the kind I always use. I don't ever use any of the other stuff. Yeah, I got this from Walmart. I think I always I always buy my stuffing mix from Walmart. It comes from Walmart. It's like what, 98 cents, a dollar something a box. It's pretty cheap. But it's good. Let's all go over to Linda's house for dinner. Oh, my casserole's half gone. As of today, I ate it down to half of it. Because I've had like 3 or 4 meals from it so far. I ate lunch from it one day, dinner from it one day. And I think I ate the last of my sausage and gravy. I got a biscuit or 2 left. I'll probably make me a bacon egg biscuit for breakfast in the morning with one of them. Thank you. I'm looking forward to trying cowboy candy. I was wondering earlier. I kept looking for your name, MT, to come up in chat. I told everybody that I was wondering if you got the cowboy candy today, because it's me. Ann said she got her seeds, and I mailed all of it at the same time. So I was hoping you got it today. It wasn't broken or anything, was it? I tried to pack it real good. I was thinking of putting it in some peas. Yeah, I cook mine in like pinto beans, any kind of beans or stew that I want to kind of season up with, a hot pepper. I don't put much in it because I don't like it real hot, but it gives it a good flavor. I know, I've been dropping stuff. I've been trying to throw my stuffing mix away. I've never tried oyster stuffing, Dennis. I might like it, but I've never tried it. I've never eaten it. Well, I can't wait till you try the cowboy candy, MT, and let me know how you like it. Because you can mix it in cream cheese and make a hot dip with it, a hot pepper dip that you eat with crackers or anything. You put it, like I said, you season your food with it, your collard greens, your peas, your beans. There's a lot you can do with cowboy candy. Do you make the oyster stuffing, Dennis? I've never tried to make any, and I've never been anywhere to eat any, so I don't know if I'd like it or not. Yeah, you can put it on anything. It goes good on nachos if you like eating nachos or tacos or any of the Mexican food that you know that usually you would put jalapenos on. Oh, the cowboy candy makes it even better because it has that sweet flavor in it and those spices. Yes, you have made it, huh? I might have to try some one time. Like I said, I've just never tried it. I love fried oysters and I like oyster stew. So I'd probably like the stuffing made with it too if I'd ever try it. I got home, had to work late tonight. I'm thinking I'm going to be hooked on the stuff. I bet it would be good on some northern beans. Oh, yes. It'd be great with northern beans and cornbread. Any kind of taco salad or burritos, anything you would normally put jalapenos on, that cowboy candy's even better on it. New Mexico, Wilson. That's where I mailed it to. New Mexico. Straight A's. Oh, wow. They're good students. Yeah, there's all kind of hot peppers in that cowboy candy. I don't make it like most people were. Well, the first year I made it, I just used strictly jalapenos. But ever since then, I planted like 5 or 6, 7 different kinds of hot peppers in the yard, habaneros, chili peppers, jalapenos, every kind I could find. And I put all of them in my cowboy candy and my cowboy candy relish. When Wilson was in school, he had all C's and B's. Well, that wasn't too bad. At least you were passing. Some people, when they go to school, all get D's and C's. I don't remember what mine averaged out to be in elementary and high school, but I know when I was in college, I think I had like a B average for the whole semesters I was there, which I guess it wasn't too bad. I just wasn't straight A's. Never will be a straight A student because I second guess myself. I'm the kind of person that I get an exam put down in front of me. I see a question and I know the answer. And I say, well, that's too easy. That can't be the answer. And do you know, I make it difficult and I think of what other answer could it be. I put the wrong answer down because I think the right answer is too easy because I already know it. And it causes me to get a question wrong. Dennis, you didn't. You didn't change the grades on your report card. Well, I was working, raising 2 kids, and going to college at the same time. So it was pretty difficult for me, but I think I did pretty good. I went for 5 years and I got 2 associate degrees, one in business and one in computer information systems programming. But computers have, oh my God, they keep upgrading in technology. It's hard to keep up. Got caught when you erased a hole in the paper. That's funny. Oh no. Yeah, because I imagine most of those report cards were marked in ink, not in pencil where it was easy to erase. I was straight A's in college. Oh, wow, Ann. What was your major? You were down in around San Antonio last week? Or week before last? School was for sleeping. If I took an easier subject, something like psychology or some other stuff, I probably would have been a straight A. But I took, algebra, statistics. You had to take a lot of like CPA classes and a lot of programming classes. A lot of classes that were not that easy that I liked because I liked the challenge and I loved math. Or I did then. I don't get into it now. I like the easy stuff now. Hi, Kathy Moore. It was church night, huh? You just got here. It's a hoodie. My daughter-in-law and my son got it for me for Christmas, right along with my KitchenAid mixer. They got my granddaughter one just like it, the same color. I had to send it back originally and get an extra large because the large, I could wear it, but it kind of fit my arm too tight. I was in mental health, yeah, psychology. Yeah, I made A's in psychology. If I'd have just majored in psychology, I'd have been a straight A student. But I was in programming, statistics, algebra, all the math, CPA classes, bookkeeping, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like I did pretty good. I averaged to be average there. You set the book up on the desk and snooze away. You wouldn't dare, Tamra. It's pretty, it's soft, it's comfortable. I think my granddaughter had to send hers back and get a large. I think they got her a medium. And she sent hers back and got the size they had got me originally to get a larger size. But the larger size is good because they're supposed to be a little oversized. They're not supposed to fit snug anyway. Going to church in the morning on my way to the grocery store. What's in church on Thursday morning, Dennis? Or you're going by the church in the morning on my way to the grocery store. High school I was the work study program in 1984. Tried growing vegetables indoors. I don't have room for them indoors. I mean, I've got 4 or 5 tree collard cuttings in small pots in my bedroom back here to keep them from freezing because I was scared to death the ones in the yard were going to freeze and they're too big to bring them in. So I brought those in to root them just in case the one outside freeze and die. But it looks like they're going to survive. And man, I'm going to have a ton of tree collards. That's okay. I love collards. And they're good for you too. People need to eat their greens or veggies. Not to buy what? I don't understand that comment. Not to buy. Not to buy. We have to learn to decipher Dennis's chat. If I had a room, a place to put it indoors, I'd love to have a great big old greenhouse that was heated and air conditioned so I could grow year round. That would be fantastic. I know someone that grows stuff indoors and they have very little room to grow in and they do real well. I'd have to use grow lights here even if I had room because I don't have enough sunlight coming in the house. I love broccoli casserole. I like the one I made with my chicken with broccoli and cauliflower in it. I don't want it just all broccoli though. I mean, I guess I'd eat it and probably like it, but I like the mixed vegetables. I like variety in my vegetable mix. I've tried that, Wilson, and they still froze. I tried that with a moringa tree that I planted from seed that got 4 foot tall, and it was beautiful. I tried covering it with plastic, and it still froze and died. Because moringa trees don't like the cold. They're more of a tropical tree. But I know people that grow them in Arizona, so I figured if they could grow them in Arizona, I could grow them here. But maybe they don't get quite as cold in Arizona as we do here in the winter. I've got more seeds. I could start another one, but I hate to start it and it just live for the summer and be real pretty and then die as soon as cold weather hits. The same way with avocado trees. I start them all the time from seed. I can grow a pretty little avocado tree, but as soon as the cold weather hits, it's dead. And if I bring it in the house, it don't get enough sun to to grow and look good. It looks really scrawny and puny when I grow it in the house because it just does not get any sun. They were fastened at the bottom. Yes, sir. I fastened them good to the pot at the bottom and covered the tree completely, and it still froze and died. My son, he had his on his back porch that I gave him, that I rooted, and it died down that winter, and by God, he had a sprout that came up that next summer, and it grew another little tiny moringa tree. But it didn't survive, it died as soon as the end of the summer come and cold weather come again. It didn't survive the next winter. He said, Mom, I can't believe it. Mine survived from the root. I got me another tree coming up. I said, well, mine didn't. My roots died. But I think my banana trees are going to come back out because I was checking it yesterday and it looked like I've got a couple of sprouts of green growing from the ground. It was these warm days, but now we got these freezing cold temperatures again, so it's going to kill that little bit of growth. I just hope the roots survive so it'll come back in the spring. Smudge pots, we had them here to protect orange trees, huh? I don't think the trash bags held enough heat in. And I tried putting them in my greenhouse. That didn't work. That didn't save my aloe vera either. So I've started bringing in at least one or two nice big aloe vera plants and keeping them in the house through the winter months, which is only a couple of months. And then I put them back outside. Because it looks like all of the aloe vera that I left outside is frozen and dying. I've grown pineapple in a pot one summer, but then it doesn't survive through the winter months. And like I said, I don't have room to bring it in the house. And they don't survive out in the greenhouse either because it's not heated. I could put an little electric heater out there, I guess, but it probably cost me a fortune to run it. And then I don't know if they'd survive or not. Like I said, Wilson, you can grow pineapple, but in the summertime. I grew one from the pineapple top that I cut off the pineapple. I put it in the dirt, and it grew. It didn't produce any pineapples, but it was growing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The bags might have been too thin. They didn't hold enough heat in, or it didn't keep enough cold out. Frida Cassidy says, sick. Are you sick, Frida? I hope not. Too many people are getting sick with the flu and stuff right now. Oh, me. We've been on for 2 hours, y'all. Can't believe we've been on that long. It don't seem like 2 hours. Good gracious, it just flipped over. See, when y'all get me talking and chatting, the time just flies. MT says, I got you when you say tree collars. Do they make a tall? Yeah, they'll grow tall. And they'll keep getting taller and taller unless you clip them off. I try to clip mine off, and I don't like them to get too tall, because I usually harvest a lot of the leaves off of them to cook. So I keep them down to a manageable height for me. And you can break them off and take cuttings and root more from the original one. I'm thinking that growing indoors out here might be more manageable. Well, you could grow them indoors as long as they get plenty of sun. Because like I said, you can control the height. You can always keep them cut back. Cut part of the stem off and start new plants from the cuttings. Yeah, I know that flu bug is no joke. I've not had the flu in many years, and I don't want it. I was up all night last night, y'all. I finally got aggravated about 3 o'clock this morning, and I almost went live at 3 o'clock. It was tempting because I kept saying, these nights that I'm up all night, I should just go live. But I haven't done it yet. You don't wake up to 3 p.m.? Well, I didn't sleep all night. I couldn't go to sleep this morning. So I just got up and been up all day after being awake all night. It's a long story, Tamara. I have seen those smudge pots, but I've never seen one lit. I grew some Georgia collards one time that lasted 2 years. They were probably 4 foot tall. Wow. Well, I've got regular collards out there. You know, they'll grow in the wintertime. They don't mind the cold weather. And the tree collards will too, as long as they're well established and they're pretty healthy, big plants. Now, the little tiny ones may die off if they freeze too much. But it looks like my big tree collards are going to survive. I ought to do that one time. One night I don't sleep, I ought to just go live when I realize I'm not going to be able to sleep all night, and just stay live all night long until I fall asleep at the table and I'm still live. And y'all can watch me sleep. Yeah, so far, even my regular collards that I planted, that head up and get real big, mine haven't gotten real big because I harvest the leaves off of them. I harvest them when they're still kind of tender, and I cook them. They're good. Oh, I love collards. Dennis had her grandparents had them for a huge orange grove. They froze and died anyway. Well, that's what they do in the olive groves. I think because in Italy, where a lot of the olive groves are, they usually don't get too cold of temperatures there. But when they do, they light some kind of fires or something through the rows of the trees to keep them heated a little bit. I know. I said I want to buy the lot next door, but I know I don't have the money to buy it. I want to buy the lot next door just so nobody will cut the trees down. They cut the trees down, my birds are going to be gone. And I've got road runners, every kind of wild bird you can think of that come in my yard, come to my feeders. And the more trees they cut down, the more bird nests they're doing away with, because the birds have trees, nest in those trees. We don't have talking birds here. I don't have talking birds here either, but they sing to me. I can hear them. I froze a bunch of them. Yeah, I cooked that last bunch that I gathered from my garden. I gathered leaves from all my plants, my collards, my kale, my perpetual spinach, and I cooked them in one great big pot, and I froze them, and I've got, I don't know how many packages of greens in my freezer that are already cooked. I just got to take them out and eat them, thaw them up, heat them up. And I gave one whole great big bunch to my son and my daughter-in-law. And I did think to tell them to go ahead and cook them all at one time and break them down into baggies or containers and freeze them. That way, they got them already cooked. They just take them out and heat them up when they want them. So I don't know what they did with theirs other than eat them as they wanted them, but there was probably $40, $50 worth of greens in that bag I gave them. I don't know what they burn. Oh, you're talking to Dennis. If they burn kerosene or diesel fuel. I have no idea what they burn in those things. Kerosene, that was also my granddad's miracle cure-all. Yeah, they put kerosene on everything back in the day, didn't they? Yeah, I was just thinking I need to take out some of those greens and start eating them, because it's not going to be that long before I'm going to be harvesting fresh greens. And I've still got a bunch of the bags in the freezer. When you do that, it keeps you from going to the store buying $5 and $6 bags of greens to cook. Because you have to buy one great big bag just to make a pot full. And then when it cooks, it's down to almost nothing. You took it for a cough before. Yeah, kerosene went on everything. I'm surprised they didn't put it on a toothache. Hey, they might have. I don't know, but they used it for everything going and coming back in the day. I don't think my collard greens would survive being shipped through the mail. It'd be too expensive. It would take a great big old box of packed down collard greens to make you a pot full once you got them cooked. Oh, I got an email from Jackie Martinez, and she's been listening to the live, but she said she's practically blind and she can't see much with even with a magnifying glass. But she's been listening. She has another appointment in a month then to see what they say. I ran over my glasses, but they were not helping anyway. Yeah, she ran over her glasses with her wheelchair and broke them. So she couldn't see anything till she got new glasses. And she's got another appointment in a month, and they'll see what they say. She said, just call me blind as a bat. Stay well and safe, Jackie M. Well, Jackie M., if you're still listening, I wish you the best in this world, and you stay safe as well. And I hope they get you to seeing again. Yeah, I was just checking to see if I had who I had emails from, and one had just popped up from Jackie Martinez. She's in her chat sometimes, but she can't see a lot, and she can't see to read the chat and all that kind of stuff. Or not well anyway. She can probably read part of it. Dennis, I've heard that that's some good clay. Your grandma swore Coca-Cola in Georgia was the best because of the water. Did they even put water in it? And Janice says, going into college and wanting a forestry degree, I have no idea where you would work in MB. I don't know. I have no idea. You could be a game warden. Or I'm sure there's lots of jobs in forestry industry. And there's Debbie. She said it's cold here. It's cold here. It's just now dropped down to 31 degrees. It's been cold, windy, rainy all day today. The sun has not been out. We may get snow this week. Who knows? And I've got more onions to plant. I've only planted not even half of my onions that I got. I got to get them in the ground out there. They don't mind the cold weather. The onions don't. But they don't like being in this bag sitting in the hot kitchen or the warm kitchen. I need to get them out in the ground or in the pots or totes or wherever I'm going to put them. Dennis is on a sand hill. Well, I'm on a mountain of rocks, y'all. You could tell that by that machine digging up those big boulders when they were digging up rocks for that lot over there. They have to dig up the boulders and the rocks to have any kind of yard where they can plant anything in. That's why I can't hardly plant in the ground. If I find a hole between a rock, I can put a seed. But it's hard to keep it watered, but it'll grow. Because I did for a couple of years until I decided, it's too hard to keep them watered in the ground. I'm going to put them in pots and totes and see what happens. I'm sure they have checked Jackie for just about everything going and coming with her eyes. Okay, Wilson, enjoy your dinner. We'll see you tomorrow night. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh no, my goodness. A young man in forestry at Clemson University died as a tree fell back on him. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can be Smokey. You can go work with Smokey the bear. You can be a forest ranger or something. But I'm sure there's a lot of different types of jobs in the forestry industry that you could get into. And there's Martha Garcia. Hello from Greenville, Texas. I watch your videos all the time. I want to ask you about your cabinet, if you finished it, and where did you install it in your home? It's right here beside me in my kitchen. It's right there. with all my canning stuff on the top shelf. I got my dehydrator and my blender, and I got pots and pans and all kind of cooking stuff in the bottom of it. But there it is right there. It's only 4 foot tall. I wanted to make it taller, but that's as tall as my wood was that I had left in the shed. So I only could make it 4 foot tall. And I didn't want to piece the wood together. I wanted it to be a solid piece. So that's why it's the height it is. But there it be, and it came out a little bit darker than I actually wanted it, but it's okay. And I could lighten it in the future if I want to and take the time to do it. Oh no, Tamara. You jumped to grab a box of rice from the top of the pantry. The box fell and hit me in the eyeball. It hurts like heck. I'm a dork. That's like me throwing my veggies in the floor and throwing my box of stovetop dressing over here in the floor. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Martha. I'm happy with it. At least I got my doors on it where you can open it and close them. I was kind of worried about that for a little bit, but they work fine now. They work as good as my original cabinet that I made here a couple of years ago. Similar to this one, only it's a single one and it doesn't have a top on it. It just has 3 shelves in the bottom of it. It's just a single cabinet. Here, I'll show you. That little one right there beside the freezer. That's the color I wanted this cabinet to be that I just got through building. I built that one a couple of years ago. And I did a video on it, so if y'all look back, you can find it. But, yeah, the new cabinet that I just finished, I didn't remember the right color of stain that I bought, and the stain I got was too dark. And if I'd have just taken a rag and wiped all of it down before I stained it, it probably would have lightened up quite a bit, but I didn't. I was too tired. I had too many things going on. I was in too big a hurry to get it finished. Thank you, Debbie. And thank you, Martha. Dennis says, ouch. Yeah, that would hurt your eyeball when you had a box of rice hit you in the eyeball. And I'm glad I could do stuff like that because I couldn't get anybody to build that for me. Not if I could afford to pay them, I couldn't. And usually if you go to buy one, you can't get one that you want, the size you want, the color you want, the shape you want. And this way, I made my cabinets custom to me. The size I wanted it, everything. To fit the space I wanted it to go in. So I'm pretty pleased with them. I just wish my house was a little bigger. Hope you don't have to read the directions on the rice. So you have to do it one-eyed, go like that and read the directions. I have a height challenge and have also had to get up on cabinets. What have you got done or get something because I am not tall enough? How tall are you, Jana? I'm only like 5'2", so I have a hard time with anything up high too. Some people might say, well, that's why you built your cabinet low enough so you could get to the top. But it's not. That's the biggest piece I had in the shed was 4 foot. So, and to keep it all just a solid piece for the back and the sides, it had to stay at 5 feet. Yeah, don't put kerosene in it, Tamara. Or Jana. So you're 2 inches shorter than I am, Jana. So I know what you're going through. I have to get up in my kitchen chair to get to my top cabinet over here, over my stove or anywhere in my house. I've got a cabinet over my refrigerator here. There's no way I can get to anything without climbing up in a chair to get to it. Oh, you're not even 5 foot. Well, you're like my mom and my grandmother. They were only like 4'10" or something like that. My mom and grandmother were shorter than me, so I don't think they even made 5 feet. Yeah, it could be challenging when you're short. There's advantages to being tall. I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages of being tall, just like there's advantages and disadvantages of being short. We can get into places the tall people can't, and the tall people have easy access to everything way up high when we don't. I forgot I recently purchased a step stool at Lowe's. Growing pine tree from a seed would be a cool job. Yeah, well, you could do it. You could grow any kind of tree from seed. I mean, that's what they grow from anyway. You know, a squirrel brought a pecan and buried it in my rock garden. And I was growing a pecan tree. I didn't know what kind of tree it was till I dug it up, and it was attached with a pecan hull. And I transplanted it. I put it back in the ground, but it died. I should have left it where it was, but I didn't know what kind of tree it was. I'd had me a pecan tree. And I haven't had another squirrel bring another one in yet, so I don't know. That was some of his eating stash that he stored, and it started growing. He must have forgot where he buried it. Well, my kitchen's so small, I just drag my kitchen chair over to wherever I need to get and step up in the chair. I've got a step stool seat thing that I got years ago, and I had it in the kitchen for a while. But I've got so much other stuff in my kitchen, I don't have nowhere to room to put it anymore. It's in the bedroom. I probably should get rid of it, but it kind of acts as a doorstop. Yeah, this is pecan country out here. There's one whole big ritzy subdivision that's called Pecan Plantation, and it is covered. There's nothing but not pine trees, pecan trees growing there. So people get to get out and pick up all the pecans they want. The deer do too. This place is just on 377 out here where there's pecan trees growing. And you can get out there and pick up pecans when they're dropping. When you're short, you learn to compensate. I stood on some Rubbermaid boxes the other night to hang my shower curtain. Oh my goodness, Jana. I got one of those little folding step stools that's only about that tall, and I'm almost afraid to stand on it. I'm afraid I'll crush it. It probably would hold my weight, but I don't know. I think I did stand in it one time. I haven't tried it again. And Country Cutie's back. Welcome back. Yeah, as short as I am, I never ever want to live in a house where your microwave is above your stove or above your cabinet. You know, it's way up there. It would be like even with my head up here. And it would scare me to death to try to put anything in or get anything out. I'd be up on my chair getting food out of my microwave if I had one like that. That's an accident waiting. My son, in his house that he bought, I think his microwave is like above the counter, like in the cabinet above the counter. if I remember right. And I'd be afraid to try to put stuff in and take it out. I'd dump it on me. And one of my nieces did that. She heated some soup up, and she went to get it out of the microwave and spilled it in her face, and it burned her face. Oh no! Brooklyn put a metal bowl in your daughter's microwave. I bet that sounded good. I bet it was popping and cracking and arcing and all kind of stuff. Yeah, I think everything in this world was designed for people that are 6 foot or taller. I can imagine what these dwarf people go through when they get it. They live in a house and everything is built for big people, normal sized people, because most of the homes are built for people that are even taller than I am. And I have a hard time with some of it sometimes. I can't imagine if I was 3 foot tall, trying to get into any of this stuff. Destroyed the microwave. I can imagine. I accidentally put, what was it? No, I didn't put anything in the microwave. I had one of those microwave convection ovens, so you could run it as a convection oven or a microwave. And I left the metal shelving rack in it where I had been using it on convection setting, and I turned it on microwave, and it started arcing and sparking, and I realized what was happening. I immediately opened the door so it would stop. So thank God it didn't damage anything, but it scared me. After that, I remembered every time not to have anything metal in there when I had it on microwave. Because even cooking with the convection oven, you can have a setting where it cooks partly with microwave and partly with convection. So you don't want to put any metal pans in that either. You got to make sure they're microwavable proof to put them in there. Don't let children cook without supervision. No, you don't want to. They'll burn the house down, or they'll burn themselves up. I mean, I had this friend, she's passed away now. She had this bone disease where her bones were just like powder. I mean, she could just walk somewhere sometimes and break a bone, or somebody could just help her out of a chair and she'd break a bone. And she was basically blind. And she got married, and she was cooking in her apartment, and she was home by herself. And she almost burned the apartment down because she had a dish towel, and I don't remember what she had in the pot on the burner cooking, and she caught the towel on fire. And she managed to get it thrown in the sink and get the fire out. But oh my God, she said that was scary. I said, I cannot imagine being blind and have that happen. I would never touch another stove or another pot. No, I would never be trying to cook after that. But she said she always cooked for herself. So she was going to cook dinner for her and her husband, her new husband. Oh my goodness. Hi, Spencer. But I can't imagine going through a normal routine like cooking or anything really by myself and being blind. That would be terrifying. I mean, look how easy it is to burn your hands trying to cook on a stove. Gas or electric, it doesn't matter. Those pots get hot and you touch it with your hand, you're going to burn. My day was good. It's been real windy, rainy, and cold here today. sister tried to fry chicken in water. What made her think she could fry chicken in water, Dennis? All you're going to do if you put chicken in water is boil it or steam it. You're not going to fry it till the water evaporates, and then it might start frying before it burns. Now she's a teacher. Well, I wonder if she ever came up with a way of frying chicken in water. That is funny, funny, funny. Yeah, it's finally calmed down here at, what time is it, 9:53 p.m.? But that wind has been howling, I mean, all day long. It's been raining off and on. The sun has not been out at all. And there was so much I wanted to do in the garden, and I couldn't today. And I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow. I don't think we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, but I don't know about the wind. And it is going to be like 41 degrees for the high, so I don't know. If the sun comes out, that'll help. But if it's dreary looking like today, I don't think I'll be getting out there at 41 degrees to do anything. It'll be too cold on me. Thankfully, not home economics. I think I did a fried chicken video way back when I first started videos, and it wasn't a whole chicken or anything. I think I fried chicken strips and showed people how you could fry just a little bit of chicken and make a really good brown gravy with your chicken to put on creamed potatoes or rice. Because a lot of people that watch my videos are like me. They're single women and they don't want to cook a whole chicken, fry a whole chicken. So I would freeze small portions of chicken and take it out and show them how I fix it, just for myself. But I guess I need to come up with another fried chicken video. I did fried catfish. Oh, I love fried catfish, and I love fried chicken too. Yeah, you're Eastern time, Frida. I'm Central time, so I'm an hour earlier than you are. And there's my soap pop. Hello. But you can't very well do a casserole any smaller than what mine was. I love fried chicken liver. I think I did one on fried chicken liver. And I think I did one on fried chicken liver with rice. Oh, I love that, and I haven't had it in a while. Every time I buy a thing of chicken livers for fish bait, I take a few out for fish bait, and then I cook the rest. Oh, that sounds good, country cutie. Olive Garden chicken penny for dinner. I don't really care for the gizzards. They're too chewy and tough for me usually. 8:57 where Spencer is. You're Pacific time then. Because you're like 2 hours earlier. No, you're an hour earlier. You're an hour earlier than me. I know part of the time, my brother who moved to Tucson, Arizona, part of the year he's 2 hours earlier. Part of the year he's only an hour earlier. It's kind of crazy. Fish are not getting your chicken livers. Well, I fish with them sometime, but I don't fish with the whole container of them. So I'll take out a small container of chicken livers, and then I fix the rest for myself. Your phone's still wigging out, Dennis? Oh. Well, we've been on here for 2.5 hours, y'all. Are y'all getting tired of me? You want to call it a night? Yeah, excited. Daylight savings time is here in March 11th. And that's the day I'm supposed to take Lucky in to get him fixed. If he survives that long and gets in fights. He gets in fights with Lucky. And Lucky don't start the fight with Little Buddy. Little Buddy will pick the fight with Lucky because he's jealous of him. That's just it. You can't cast very much when you're fishing with chicken livers. Not if you put the chicken liver directly on the hook. What I do is I'll pull my line out quite a bit before I try casting. And I cast it real easy. And then I just let the hook drop. That way I don't lose my chicken liver. Some people wrap them up in like pantyhose and all different stuff. I tried that and I had, that was too aggravating for me. Yeah, I need to go fishing again whenever the weather's nicer. And because like the days that it was nice and I wanted to go fishing, the wind was blowing so hard you couldn't fish. And then if the wind's not blowing, there's something else. It's either raining or too cold. I've done that a few times, Dennis, where I've cast mine and saw the liver go flying as the hook come down. Yeah, daylight savings times mean the days are going to get longer, which I'm going to love. Because I have to take Lucky in March 11th between 8 and 9 o'clock. They'll pick him up between 8 and 9, and then I go pick him up at 4 o'clock. He's asleep in his little pet taxi right now. His bedroom, as I call it. This poor little guy, he didn't want to go back outside. He slept in the greenhouse last night. He stayed dry, but I know it was cold. Oh no, Dennis, that's bad. Saying your grandma's legs look like liver. The best way to hook with that chicken liver is don't put the whole thing on there, but break it apart and try to hook the hook in that little bit of grizzle, sinew stuff that's holding the liver together. That way it doesn't go off as easy. No, this is a hoodie. It's a little hoodie jacket. It's not even lined. But it keeps me warm in the house or on cool days. And it was chilly in here, so I put it on. It feels like a fur coat, but it's not. It's just fuzzy. No, it's not a coat. It's a hoodie. It's one my daughter-in-law and my son got me for Christmas to go along with my KitchenAid mixer. And they got my granddaughter a little hoodie like this too, the same color. And we both had to send them back and get one size larger. Hamster fur. I think it's just cotton fuzz. I don't think it's not animal fur of any kind. Like I said, it's 31 degrees in my house. doesn't hold the heat like these new brick homes do. My old mobile home is not well insulated, so it stays warm enough, but it does get chilly when it's 31 degrees outside. Looking like one of the Beverly Hills housewives. Well, you know what? I bought that black vest at Marshall's on sale after Christmas was over. You know, they put a lot of their winter items on sale, and they had these expensive, really nice ladies' vests on sale. And I found a black one that fit, and it's got the black fur collar on it. Looks fancy. I haven't worn it anywhere yet, but I couldn't resist it. I wanted one of every color, but I couldn't afford it. They had a burgundy one. I like that one. I love the black and the burgundy, and I wish I could have got the burgundy too, but I don't think they had my size in the burgundy. I think the black one was the only one that had my size, and that's the color I wanted anyway if I was going to buy just one. Well, I like wearing vests because you can wear vests in the house if you got a long sleeve shirt on or blouse on, and you can stay warm and not have to wear a coat. And the same when you go anywhere, if it's a little chilly, you can wear a vest and stay plenty warm and not have to put a coat on. MT said I should get me a polecat hat. Well, I got me a polecat hat when I put this up. That's the first time I've had it up on my head. But I washed it good inside and out. I mean, I turned it like inside out and I washed it, and then I turned it back again and I rinsed it. And then when it dried, I took it in the yard and I shook it out, turned it inside out, shook it out, trying to get all the fuzzy stuff, you know, that falls off of it off. And I think I did a pretty good job. It's not making me sneeze or anything, so I guess I got all the fuzz off of it. It tells you on the instructions when you order them or when you buy them, because I looked on the website, and it says when you get them to at least take it out and shake it out good outside. Not in your house, outside. Shake it out real good to get rid of some of the little fuzzy stuff that's on it. And it was even better after you washed it the first time and dried it. A lot of that fuzz would be gone and you wouldn't have to worry about it. And I think they were right, because I don't seem to be bothered with the fuzz now. Yeah, I think it's made with artificial fiber. It's like polyester or something. I didn't look on the tag to see what it was, but it probably is. I know Daniel Boone was a man. But he had a coonskin hat he wore. I've watched Daniel Boone shows before. Movies. Wow, we got 42 on here at 10 o'clock at night, y'all. Central Time. I need to go live more at night, I think. Later. I guess more people are home and not doing much before they go to bed, so they don't mind getting on in live. Yeah, I've still got sweaters that I love. I wear my sweaters too, pullover sweaters, button-up sweaters. You don't have to wear them a whole lot here in Texas, but occasionally, like now, you do need them. That was a song, Daniel Boone was a man. I didn't know that. I don't remember the song. Yeah, they got this on Amazon. Because I looked it up, this one, and read the instructions on it, on all the information about it. and that's where it said to take them outside and shake it out and all this kind of good stuff before you wear it, or wash it and shake it out before you wear it, and it gets rid of all that loose fuzz that's flying around and gets on everything. I don't know it. Dennis would have to sing it, and then we can't hear him. Country Cutie said, I think I'll make myself a strawberry lemon cake for Valentine's Day. I was thinking I might make some kind of bars, candy bars, chocolate bars or something tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. That might be my next video coming up. Or I got one to post in the morning, but that might be the one after that. Put it that way. It'll be the next video that I record anyway, maybe. Something cloths in the washing machine. I didn't wash this in the washing machine, though. I hand washed it in a bucket, a plastic bucket in my bathtub. And I put it in there and washed it and tried to wring it out. And then I turned it inside out and I washed it again. Turned it inside out, washed it again. And then finally when I got through rinsing it and washing it, or washing it and rinsing it, I threw it in the washing machine to wring it out. And it took no time for it to dry. And before I tried to wear it before it was washed. I was sneezing, coughing, and gagging the whole time I had it on, because I could almost feel the fuzz going up my nose. But I don't feel it now, so I guess it worked. That's what I said. I think I might make those candy bar. It's like a candy bar I'm going to make tomorrow. I think I might do it tomorrow and do a video on it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. It's like a candy bar, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to give it away. You got to watch the video. I'll sing Down by the River so you can't hear me. Oh, what's the next live you're going to do? The one tomorrow night is the Valentine's live trivia at 7 p.m. Central. We always have trivia on Thursday nights, and tomorrow night's going to be the Valentine's night. And we got this box. This is the prize for tomorrow night. I showed everybody the box, but I'm not telling you what's inside. You'll have to wait till tomorrow night to find out what's inside. What's written on the notes on the boards behind me? I've got recipes for something. I think that was... Oh, this is bug spray from Epsom salts, vinegar, and dish detergent. Some of it's business cards. This is another recipe for like a bug spray for your vegetables. I got the main UPS number. I got addresses, phone numbers, that kind of stuff up there. That's just my bulletin board I stick everything on. Long as it's not a spider box. No, there's no spiders in there. It's on tomorrow night at 7 p.m., Spencer. 7 p.m. Central. If you got all your notifications checked when you subscribed, you'll get notified I'm going live. If you haven't got all notifications checked, go back to where you subscribe to my channel. Click on it, and it'll, on that little bell, and a menu will pop up, and you can click on all notifications. And that way you'll be notified of every video I post and every time I go live. I know the box is pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I think the box is pretty. It's definitely a Valentine's box. Yeah, if you win, you got to win trivia tomorrow night. I'm usually a little late finishing. Well, we usually wait for about 20, 30 minutes before we start playing. You know, it starts at 7, but it's usually about 7:30 by the time we start asking questions for trivia to give everybody time to get in. Maybe, no, there's something in the box. It's full. It's full of something. Something, something. But even if you come in late, you still may win because, you know, it depends on if you get the questions right or not. Okay, we'll be there. It's so much. Yeah, I hope you will be there because I enjoy having all of you come into my trivia. I might have to pretty soon buy a new trivia game because everybody's getting to know all these questions too good. Okay, Spencer. It should have already notified you then that it was coming up, and you know, and it should notify you when I actually go live. Country Cutie says chicken liver. I'd love to have me some chicken livers right now. I could eat a big plate full of chicken livers. I love fried chicken livers, and I love them cooked in rice too. You know, I was up all night, and even though I was yawning a little while ago, I'm not sleepy at all, really. And I should be dead tired right now because I have not slept a wink in 2 nights. Well, you know, I haven't been asleep all day. All last night I was awake. So it was the night before last when I got any sleep at all. I'll mail you a new game and look at the answers first. Yeah, you'll make copies of all the answers, huh? You'll memorize them before you mail me the new game. You might mail me one that I've already got, so that won't help either. When will it happen for me? I don't know. Yeah, I know a lot of times things come up and you might plan to be there at 7 and for some reason you don't make it by 7. So we try to wait 20, 30 minutes after we start, before we start the game, to try to give people time, you know, latecomers time to get in. Well, that's just it. I wasn't able to do anything outside today. I've been inside all day. I ran to the drugstore to pick up a prescription and fussed with the kitty cats all day. They're sound asleep now, both of them. Well, see, the sun didn't come up here because we didn't have any sun all day. It's been rainy all day. No sunshine at all. Hopefully we'll get sunshine tomorrow and no rain, even though it'll be a high 41. Okay, Jackie M., we'll see you later. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Stay safe and stay well. Stay warm. 80 degrees in Florida where Dennis is today. Yeah, it was 90 here the other day here in Texas. Wasn't 90 today, though. Well, I enjoy chatting with you, but I don't want to keep you on here. Oh, my goodness, we're on here 3 hours. 4 more minutes and it's 3 hours. What do you say we hit the 3-hour mark and then we call it a night? We stay on for 4 more minutes. You had the sun, but 39 degrees. But you know, the sun, when it's out nice and bright, it always helps. Because it doesn't seem like it's quite as cold when the sun's out really nice and bright. Right now, had snow last night here in Pueblo, Colorado. -1, oh my goodness. That's pretty cold, Kathy. Pueblo, Colorado. I know they stay cooler than we do here in Texas. I went up to Colorado with a friend of mine, and it was like 105 degrees here in Texas when we left, burning hot. And by the time we got to Colorado, where his property was, we had to wear a sweater. It was sweater weather up there. Fahrenheit for me. I don't know what she's saying. -1. I don't know if it's Celsius or Fahrenheit. But it's cold either way. Regardless of whether it's Celsius or Fahrenheit, that -1 is still pretty cool. Two more minutes, y'all, and it's going to roll up to 3 hours. I can't believe I went 3 hours tonight. But I feel good. I'm not sleepy at all. Fahrenheit, okay. So yeah, -1, that's pretty darn cold. You wanted me to Google it. I was going to let you Google it, Dennis. It'd take me all night to Google it on this thing. It's so slow. It don't have enough memory on it left to do anything, hardly. I'm still watching it turn over. We got about 1 minute to go. It's going to count down. Or is it counting up 1 minute? Okay, Dennis, I'm going to end it in just like less than 1 minute. As soon as I'm just going to let it hit 3 hours, and then I'm going down. I'm shutting it down. Because it's so close. I mean, it's a matter of seconds, and it's going to hit 3 hours. I spent most of my life working and not a spare minute. Now I work at my own pace. I enjoy chats now, kind of a treat for me. Yeah, that's me. You know, I have a lot to do with YouTube and my garden, but I kind of work at my own pace. I do push myself a few times to get things done, but it's not like me punching a time clock and having to be on the job at a certain hour and have to stay to a certain hour and stuff like that. Okay. It hit 3 hours, y'all. Thanks for staying with me. Y'all have a blessed night. I appreciate you coming in. Love y'all. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you tomorrow night, okay? Bye now.